What is going on, NFT Block Gang? We are back. It's been a little
Back.
while, man. It feels good. I'm moving. I feel like I'm a little less stiff today. I got a shout out to Starlink. It's been a struggle the first couple
Yeah,
of streams
man.
that we had going on, man. It was I was on that old school, felt like AOL dial up. Shout out to Kevin on that one. It's funny, but
Yeah.
probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to actually see your face and not see like the glitchy parts. Yeah. I think I forget what commercial, I forget what agency it was. I forget if it was Verizon or Sprint where like it would like twitch out and like buffering in the middle. I felt like that was the
Yeah.
times we had some rough moments, but we're here
Yeah,
now.
we're here now. People probably thought we were done. It's like, oh, they started something new and they're out of here. But no, we're here. We're back. It really came down to Ben having crappy internet. So I just didn't feel like
That's
giving you guys that as a product. It wasn't fair. And but here we are. It's good to be back. So super happy. I see you out there, Nathan. See you in the comments. If you guys are here, definitely check in the comments. We're taking questions for this show. Probably won't be on too long because we want to get on more often and not keep you guys here forever. But appreciate all the support so far. It's been a blast. This has been quite the journey with NBA Top Shot. Officially 2 months in now. I'm 2 months in on the journey. How about you? How long has it been now?
uh just over 3 months, so almost 100 days. I mean, and it's crazy to see, how different it is, right?
Yeah.
Like the first time when I first jumped in right after Christmas, you just buy a pack and you just went on your day. Now you sit in the queue and you have your phone or your tablet or your MacBook or whatever whatever device you got, and you hope they get even within close to a number. Especially after like today where they did 2 drops at one time, which was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat, and I think it's something to talk about for the future, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think I was having a conversation with you and Jay Rich. I think one of the things that they're trying to do is set it up where base packs will be readily available, but being able to do not just the base packs, but then also be able to do rare and legendary packs at the same time. And I think they were trying to test that piece out, and I think it went. I don't know. From what I saw today, I thought it went pretty smooth. I don't know about you, Ben.
Yeah, it was super smooth. I mean, so smooth that I got my best number ever. I'm 1-0. I was telling you guys I'm 1-0 on Starlink Internet. So shout out to Starlink again. I feel like we need to get them on as a true sponsor.
It's true.
Elon Musk is doing his thing because, man, you guys don't know this, but I moved last summer to like the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. I mean, got wildlife and everything out here. We pretty much live in the mountains. So the internet speed was tough. But I'm telling you, this Starlink is crazy. I mean, I jumped on NBA 2K last night online for the first time since before I moved, and it worked, and that's crazy to me. So using a satellite internet and to get this kind of quality has been pretty good. But yeah, as far as Top Shot goes, it's been crazy. Like February was like it was just all up. It was like we couldn't keep up with it. I mean, we started out doing 85-cent flips where we were buying $2 moments, selling them for $3 minus the 5%, cashing in on 85 cents, putting it right back in. And here we are, now it's slowed down. And, we've seen, I think for my personal account, I've seen it go up to as high as 16,000 to now right around 9,000. So we're definitely, I think there's people that have come in during this lull or this dip and they're scared or they're not caught in or they try to get in. And as you mentioned earlier, it's tough to get packs. It's tough to get in the queue at a number where you end up getting a pack. So I was talking to one of my friends the other day who I was been chatting it up since February. I'm like, get in, try to buy some moments. If you get lucky, get a pack. And he said, man, now forget this. Like, I'm bored. I've gone 10 times in a row to try to get a pack and I didn't get one pack.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's tough. So I think, Top Shot's ultimately figuring it out as we go. I think that's why we've seen the pre-order. Now, this was the second one that we just had over the last week. So the pre-orders are, if you get in time, and this time you had 48 hours, you're going to get a pack for sure. So that's cool. I think that's important because you got to have the ability to enter this market at whatever level you choose to, whether it be a few dollars, whether it be a few thousand, and decide what you want to do. But I think Top Shot's made it clear they don't care about the flippers. They don't care about it. If you're in it for quick money, that's not what they are here for. They're truly here for the people that are investing and want to grow their portfolio over time. And it seems like, the features that we're going to continue to see going forward will cater to that a lot more. So we spoke a little bit earlier about the potential of having a completed challenge. So do you want to elaborate a little bit on that? Obviously, it's us just spitballing ideas, but this is something that it could be a real thing.
Yeah, so Top Shot has come out over the last few months with these challenges to try and some will say it's to inflate value on moments. I think it's just a neat way to aid in the collecting of a set of moments. I participated in the Cool Cats challenge just recently, where I got all 5 Cool Cats and all 5 basic moments. There was a bit of a dip when the Cool Cats first came out. I think the Shea was as low as $20 a moment. I want to say the RJ Barrett was like 30, 35. I mean, so you could have gotten all 5 of the Cool Cats plus the 5 basic moments for $250, $300. Now I ended up, I think, spending somewhere around the $475 mark. I was able to get most of them between the 50 and 65 range. And right now they're all kind of trending somewhere between 95 and I think I saw as high as 125 last week. It kind of dipped a little bit. And the moment that's going to come out is the Cool Cats Nikola Jokic, who is an MVP candidate. Somebody who I think if we were to come and talk about top 5 guys to go find in the market right now, Jokic is definitely somebody who should be hot on people's radars, especially with being potential MVP candidate. And we haven't seen kind of the Top Shot market with the award season, right? And what that's going to do. And one of the things that, Ben, you and I, and even Jay Ridge, we were talking about was, Top Shot is kind of hinted, and I'm not going to, we can, this is a rumor, right? This is not fact, is the idea that, legendary packs or rare packs that are going to cost a lot of money. There could be a stipulation in there that you've completed a challenge within Top Shot. Yeah, you're 2 away from finishing that Cool Cats, man. Get them. And it's a challenge. The Mike Connolly challenge, which we'll kind of hint on a little bit later. The Mike Connolly challenge. It was a very relatively easy, efficient way to get a challenge done without saying, I got to spend $5,000 just to get a challenge. We're looking at the Rising Stars challenge where the pack or the Anthony Edwards dunk, on Utah. That dunk is filthy, right? The low ask is I think like $3,300. But those moments, I mean, you're paying anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 just to get those moments, and most people don't have that. Like, yeah, it's nice to get the stimulus from that, but I mean, there's no guarantee that you can afford that kind of stuff. So I think Top Shot is trying to find ways to make challenges that are affordable for those who are just jumping into the market, but also for those who have been collectors for quite some time. And I think there's kind of a balance for both. And like you said earlier, Top Shot don't care if there's flippers in the market. Top Shot doesn't care if there's people buying and selling moments. They want to be for the collectors. And ultimately, at some point, those moments that need to be the moments that need to be collected, those are going to be the ones who are sitting there with, as we like to joke, the diamond hands, right? They're going to turn, $30 moments that are going to turn into $3,000.
Yeah. I think it's cool that there's been some challenges that were super affordable to get into. So like my mom has gotten into Top Shot over the last month, and she all of a sudden she's like, oh, I completed the Mike Conley challenge. I'm like, it's crazy. I haven't even completed a challenge yet. So it's really cool. I think, they are doing some things to diversify and just make sure everybody has a chance to get these things done and move through these checklists. So speaking of the Mike Conley challenge, real quick, something new that came out today. It's our first time seeing it. Mike Conley actually narrated his own moment. So that's a big deal. That's something brand new. So Brandon, let's go ahead and show everybody that real quick in case they haven't had a chance to see it. But it just shows, again, the connection we're building with the NBA players and what people can actually, expect going forward. So, yeah, let's go ahead.
Congratulations for acquiring my Seeing Stars moment. this moment. Originally I was just thinking once I got the ball to shoot it at the top of the key, shoot the three. Once I saw the defender, kind of closing that gap, closing that space, I was trying to think of a way to get down into the paint, get downhill, and the only way I could really get there was to do a spin move and push the ball to my right hand. And once I was able to get around him, obviously the floor was opened up, and it was an easy read between whether throwing a lob to Rudy or finishing myself, whether it's a floater or a mid-range jump shot. So made the right read. I think anybody would be willing to throw it up to a 7-footer for a dunk any day of the week. So made my job really easy at that point. What it means to finally make it to an All-Star game after 14 seasons, man, it's truly a great accomplishment, honestly, just because I've worked so hard, over the years, and that door has been kind of shut on me so many times, and to finally be able to accomplish it, with such a great team and such a great year that we're having, it just added to how special everything's been for us this season. So just truly grateful and honored to be, an all-star, and that label will always be a part of the legacy now. Congratulations for acquiring my Sing Stars.
Perfect. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a big deal. I think it's again another way to differentiate themselves from cards, from people saying YouTube clips, early on in this Top Shot game. I think we've heard rumors of potentially having digital signatures on certain moments, which I think will be cool, where they're verified to the blockchain and it actually shows that it was digitally signed by one of these players. So there's a lot of options, and it's going to continue to evolve, and I can't wait to see that. That's what I'm pumped for. So I'm not too worried about, the dip or the slow market. I'm actually looking at, we've talked about this a lot. Like, how can we get into more? How can we get into some moments that we feel like are going to be long-term holds for us? And that's big. So I definitely am pumped for that one.
Yeah, I try and answer some of the questions that we got to in there to chat. I think it's going to be the way to differentiate themselves from just the stigmatism of, well, Top Shot is just a bunch of YouTube clips. Why do I need a YouTube clip, right? Like, you got to see in that 50 seconds. Yeah, they showed that clip about 4 times, but you got to hear not only. I pulled a couple things out of it. One, I pulled out the excitement of being an all-star. That was, you could hear that was evident in Mike Connolly's voice. Number 2, you got to hear his insight into the actual play. Like, that was pretty cool to be able to hear what he was thinking as he was dribbling the ball and then ultimately decided to throw an alley-oop to Rudy Gobert. Like, to be able to see that. And I think, for Nathan's question, imagine when they get Michael Jordan to narrate one of his moments. I think that's going to be really cool. I mean, we all loved The Last Dance last summer, right? And what that was. To be able to sit with Michael and to be able to go through the moment with Elo, or to go with the moment where he crosses, in 98 in Game 6, right? Like, to be able to hear his insight and his take to that moment. I'm telling you right now, Top Shot has a $250,000 limit on what can be, like, as the top end of what things can be sold. So that moment's going to be at least at $250,000. Like, I don't think Top Shot's going to bring that in until those moments to be honest with you, until they can raise that cap, until they can safely raise that cap, because as well as I do, the conversation of, the GOAT, right? And it's whether it's Michael, whether it's Kobe, whether it's LeBron, whether it's, Bill Russell, whoever you believe to be your GOAT, right? As Dwayne Wade likes to say, who's your GOAT, right? Like, if Michael's your GOAT, you are going to pay the premium price for that moment. And there are collectors out there that would, you're selling your kidney. You're going to need more than the kidney. You're going to need to sell kidneys. You're going to need to start a
couple toes.
Yeah, you're going to need to sell a lot. You're going to have to take out like a loan on your 401k and your mortgage just to be able to. And that's just going to be, because I don't even think they're going to make a ton of them, to be honest with you. They'll probably make, why would they? I would think you would make 23, right? Just make 23 of them. There's only 23 moments, and I guarantee you that there would be the kind of exclusivity to those moments where you're talking about and that's the kind of stuff that, like, imagine walking in your house with a mirror with Michael Jordan play with the commentary, that when your boys come by the house or when you got family that comes by, that you just hit little play on your screen, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of moments running past. Oh, by the way, I got the 98 moment where Jordan crosses over and wins the 98 title. Like,
yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't put that, like, even in behind your screen right now, Ben, and having that running on loop while we're doing NFT block game.
I'm on it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
and we're already seeing, like, we know that there's going to be a lot of ways outside of Top Shot for these things to be displayed, whether it be digitally or physically. Like, right out of the gates, we're like, okay, we know there's going to be digital homes where you can walk in and, virtually they're talking about using VR. Like, imagine you're wearing your VR goggles and, like, I'm going to go over to your house, B, and I'm going to come and check out what NFTs do you have around your virtual home. And I'm walking through, like, virtually speaking. And that's where this is going to, like, raise the bar for VR and AR and just everything. These things are going to tie in, but we're also seeing physical ways now. I can't remember the name of the company. I'll have to tweet it out, but they got the digital frames, and you can actually, like, load your NFT art or your moments or whatever, and it can be hung on the wall or brought with you. So you can actually physically show it off. It has your little serial number and everything on it. So it's pretty sick how they're now displaying these things. Going back, I'm not sure if we got DH's first question. Was this coming with the moments? I believe you were talking about Mike Conley as far as him breaking down the play. This was the first ever time we saw that with a moment, but yes, it does come with that, seeing Star's moment specifically, and I'm sure it was a hint of what's to come with future moments.
And you even saw a spike with that moment. Once everybody kind of figured out, like, at first everybody was kind of like, I remember, I want to say it was like 4 o'clock. Maybe I was in Under Armour, just walking around, and I saw that the moment was at like $40-$50. And I said to you guys, hey man, people are pumping that I didn't even notice that there was commentary on the moment. And we all thought it was really cool. And sure enough, I mean, when I shared my screen, I'll reshare it real quick. He's at right now 165. I mean, that moment was creeping up. I think that moment was creeping somewhere around 215 a moment. So I mean, we're talking 166. So I mean, we're talking that moment jumped
like
fourfold, 400% jump just in a few hours. Now it's settling back down, but you can see kind of where they're going and what Top Shot is thinking about. How can we expand this? I mean, we've talked about this where Jacob has talked about this extensively, and Roam has talked about this extensively, about the ability to have your Top Shot moments on your phone when you go to a NBA arena and go to a game, and what potential access that will have. Imagine if you have, the rare Michael Jordan or the Anthony Edwards dunk. Now, I don't know how that will affect, like what perks you get. I don't know if that's going to be like, get like a free drink or a free souvenir or how that's going to work, because the NBA and Top Shot are still trying to figure out their agreements and whatnot. But it's going to be really cool to see how these NFTs kind of continue to move through the space. That's really what I want to call about is really moving through the space. I would caution those who watch this, to not be worried by the dips, to not be scared. It's part of this is exactly like it's like the stock market, right? Like Jay Rich and I talk about the stock market all the time, man. My account right now, I'm taking a big old L right now in some of my stocks, right? The stocks that were carrying me through Christmas and carrying me through, January and even in February. And now they're kind of pulling back in March. And I think you're seeing that. And I think people are getting really frustrated with, they're getting frustrated with the pack drops. I mean, shoot, I've been there. Ben knows. I've been there. I've been like, Tim Tebow's got a better completion percentage than I do with NFT. With
Tebow's out the Tebow on him. Sorry to all the Gator fans out there.
Sorry, Gator fans. Sorry, Bronco fans. Too soon. 7-1. Too soon. Right. But I mean, I have not hit on a pack, and I laughed because the pre-order pack the other day, of course, the one time I don't need a number, I hit like 14,000. Like, I don't need that number. But people get frustrated. People are getting frustrated with not getting packs, having to sit through the market, then buying a moment, not paying attention, and all of a sudden your moment goes from $115, like your Anthony Edwards, goes from like $125 to all of a sudden this afternoon it's $72, and you're like, wait, what just happened? I lost $40 on my investment.
I think the biggest thing I can say, like in one word, it's all about patience. And I don't have it all the time. Brandon doesn't have it all the time. Jay Rich doesn't have it all the time. If you're here listening, bet you don't have it all the time. But that's all I can say is it's all about patience. If you truly got into this because you believed in it, you're going to be just fine. Promise you that. You're still way early in the game. Like, even though it feels like there's way too many people on it now, we are so early in the game. Wait till we're at the 30 million projection of users on Top Shot in 3 years. So you'll be just fine with 400,000, like being one of the first 400,000. If we told you that, 3 years ago, you'd be like, I'm all in. I'm good with that. But then look at the facts. Kevin Durant invested. Michael Jordan, the guy we've been talking about, just invested in Top Shot. So there is a huge partnership coming. Everybody's getting on board. You don't think these players see the investments that are there, the opportunities that are there? Harrison Barnes, I believe it was last week, already invested $250,000. Like,
he just bought another one for like 32 grand.
Yeah. These guys understand what's going on, and you got to be patient. You got to stick with it. I know it's nice when it goes up and triples in a day. That's fun. Cool. I love it. I had a Anthony Edwards debut moment I bought for $1,850. In a matter of a week, he blew up, had 2 career highs, massive dunk, and it jumps up to 4,000 as of the other day. I didn't sell it, and it dropped down to I think I'm at like 2,400 or something right now. So it's okay though. Like, I know, like, I believe in Anthony Edwards. I believe in the rookie debut moments. I'm not tripping. I'm not worried. So I just want people to know, like, don't be worried about these dips. Nathan, I see your question here. Thoughts on the rare all-star moments? It's the same thing. A rare moment is a rare moment. These are the first ever all-star moments. So I'll be pumped about those. But now if you take a dip on something, you buy it or you get it and it was at a certain value and now it's lower, don't be afraid to sell it. If at the same time you turn around, you sell it, you can reinvest that into a moment you believe in more long-term, right? Because right now, if that rare all-star moment's in a dip, all the other moments are in a dip too. So you can transfer that dip from one moment to another and not have a problem. And I know, like, naturally we go, I spent this, or this was this price, so we're just going to hold. And that's cool. But if you feel like you want to transfer that to another moment, I don't want you to think of it as a sell. I don't want you to think of it as a loss. Just think of it as transferring from one moment to another. Yeah.
I mean, and to answer, to kind of go to that question, I think rare moments are kind of the way to go. I don't want to say I've changed my strategy, because I know I've talked about kind of where we've kind of all landed, rookies and all-stars, right? Rookies and all-stars. That's always it's the easiest way to go, right? They always retain value. I am very cautious when it comes to moving forward, buying common moments. And I say that because they're the most volatile. For instance, I know that Giannis Antetokounmpo's common moment, I think I checked right before we jumped on, is at $19. $19 for the 2-time MVP. That's insane. That card should not be $19. Now, I'm not saying it should be $100,000. It should be or a $250 moment. But when you look at LeBron's common moment at $104 low ask right now, and you look at Giannis at 19, there's a huge disparity. Like, that just does not make sense, like, market wise. So either Giannis should be closer to 100 or LeBron should be closer to 19. And I'm going to go with you. It's not LeBron being closer to $19. So when you're looking at rare moments where there's only 2,100 of them, I would be okay with purchasing them. Now, I would do it one of the things that I would look at, and I've started to do this a lot more, is utilizing that evaluate moments opportunity when you go down. I'm going to kind of open up my screen real fast here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I am talking about. I'm just going to use Mike Connolly for an example. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to do somebody different, because this is so I'm going to show you guys exactly who I'm looking at and why I have not bought into it yet. And when you see it, you're going to know exactly why. Ben, looking at my man Emmanuel quickly. I'm a Knicks fan. Right. So 500,000 IQ, right? IQ is my guy. I've been targeting IQ for a long time.
Since he was double that.
But and here's the reason why I like this. It's 3-star rookie badge. So it's all these new badges, which we haven't talked about yet. It's got the Top Shot debut badge. So this is his first moment, first game. 3 stars, 4,000 edition size. We're going to go click on the evaluate market here. And this is an important tool to really kind of look at. Is right here. Minted, but not in packs. Minted, but not in packs. So in packs, not in packs. So only 41% of the moments right now.
And I think if you're on evaluate market, we can't see that tab. You would have to add that tab in too.
Yeah. So let me see how I can get that on. But one of the things that we can also, let me see, let me click out of this one. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you this and I'll stop this stream. But while I'm talking about it, basically what's happened is there's not, Manuel Quickly's moments haven't even all got up yet from that one moment. So we're talking about, there's over 2,000 moments. Here we go. So you got 1,400 unique owners, 291 left in packs. There's 4,000 in circulation, 2,080 minted, but not in packs, not placed in a pack yet. So there's total of 1,600 are already out in moments. 2,000 are still left. So to say that 500 is the best number I could get them at, I'm not sure. I might be able to get them at 250. I might be able to get them at 300. I might be able to be patient and wait. Sometimes waiting for a moment to happen is actually better than just going full blank, going in and saying, I'm going to buy up at 500. All right, well, 500 might not be the right spot to jump in. Now, last week, before everything went a little chaotic, I did in my account, Emmanuel, and I'll talk about it. Emmanuel Quickly was $600. And I said to Ben the night before, I should buy him. There's a gap there. I think it's going to go up. And sure enough, he went from 600 to 980. So I didn't buy on an Emmanuel Quickly there. I did buy, and this is the funny part, I did buy an Anthony Davis step back 3 from the bubble that was at $600. And I flipped it and got it out in 10 minutes for $799. Well, Crazy. In that process of that 10 minutes, I got KYC'd. So for those of you who don't know what KYC is, I got identity checked. And I went to go scan my license into the KYC thing, and my license was expired. So, and Dapper does not take expired license. So I have been held hostage. My account has been held hostage for the entire week. I'm still waiting for my state of Connecticut license to get here so I can touch my account. But I've got $994.50 sitting in my Dapper account that I can't do squat with. So I've been sitting on the sidelines while all this ebbs and flows last week have happened. I've been just chilling on the side. But I'm watching these prices, and I'm watching what moments, and this is something like for homework for everybody who's trying to figure this out. Really use that tool to see how many moments still have not come into packs yet. Because if an example is like a James Wiseman triple badge or a LaMelo Ball, all of them have been distributed through packs. So they're out in the market. The only ones that are not out yet are the ones in packs that people have not opened from that area, from that time frame. Everything has been circulated out. With Emmanuel Quickly and other rookies, they're not out yet. Mm-hmm. So be patient, because you may want to still invest in an Emmanuel Quickly. Or we were talking about what was the guy we were talking about earlier, Ben? Guy from Atlanta. Okongwu. He's still got a ton of moments that have been minted but are not yet in packs. Mm-hmm. And we're talking about guys that up and comers that we still got a lot of moments to get to, that we can find a better price point, a more reasonable price point, but then be able to hold them long term and be able to see the $500, $750, $1,000 gains.
Yeah, it's huge. I think it's really important if you guys haven't checked out momentranks.com or evaluate.market. That's the one that Brandon was just showing us there. Those moment analyzer tools and account analyzer tools are incredible. They give you great insight. I think they continue to evolve and work through things and add new features. And they both have access where you can reach out and see if there's something that you want to see added onto their sites. And they're taking all those ideas and really bringing them to life. So great tools out there. Momentranks.com and evaluate.market. If you don't remember those, you don't write those down right now, or you're watching this later, just feel free to hit us up. We can walk you through it. We could probably do another show and maybe get one of the creators from one of those sites or both of those sites on here eventually. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely, I got lucky today, as we mentioned earlier. So I do want to jump in and just go ahead and open this Common pack, see what we got going on here. So you good with that? You ready for that one?
Yeah, man. Let's see what you got. I want to see what you got. Last time we did this, Ben didn't even get to open his pack because of his glitchy internet. He just got later on. So now this is series. So this is series 2. There isn't new moments in this. These are all older moments. So he could get common. He could get an LE. So and 3 moments.
And this is the pre-order that we did the other day too. So it's roughly, I think, like a week or just under 2 weeks out. It was 2 weeks from when we did it. I don't remember what day that was now. But that's release 24. Today was release 25 and 26. We talked about that earlier. They did the dual releases. It was at the same time. So you just stayed in the queue, just testing out some new features there. So pretty exciting. So let's get into this one. Hopefully I got the sound all set up for you guys. Oh, look at that. It's working, man. That's cool to me. It's just working. Not on that AOL life.
Dial-ups, man. That dial-up speed was bad, man.
Is that sound working for you too? Oh, okay. Let's go with... Oh, okay. 1, 2, or 3. Chat, give it to me. Number 1, number 2, or number 3? First one I see I'm rolling with. I'm going to roll with... There we go. 3 it is.
Okay.
Rui.
Ooh. We're talking about untapped markets. That's a guy right there.
Yeah, I'm a huge Gonzaga fan too. So you know what? That's cool. I'll take it. Got my Zags in the Final Four. Rui is an up and comer. Serial number is rough, but you know what? It's cool. For Rui yet. So I'll take it. Let's go. We're gonna hop over to number 1. Oh my goodness, the serial number game is not happening today. And Larry Nance. Oh goodness. I think I'd rather have his dad's moments. Alrighty. Boom. There it is.
That's a $6 moment.
I like the jersey. I mean, is there that? There's that going on.
Yeah, we can give that.
All right, and here it is. Let's see if we can make up for the pack. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's rough. Well, he's not with the Pistons anymore, so there's that, right? He's where is he at? Sacramento Kings now? Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. Woo. So that, folks, is what you call a rough pack. And what I make there, probably a whole like $6 profit.
Maybe.
I'll take it though. You know what? I'll take it. That's good times. Good times. Hopefully we have some better luck in the future. That one was not the one.
That was
that was rough.
Not as bad as the Zeller sandwich, but close.
That's, you know what? That's true. The Zeller sandwich was tough. Yeah, but that's definitely not what I was looking for. But hey, I'll take it. I got a pack today. I knew it was gonna be something like that when I got like a 4,000 number. I was like, oh, I got 4,000. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be the greatest.
I don't think there was really too many from what I've seen. I mean, I didn't really see a lot of people get anything crazy good in this pack. I think I saw one person get a LeBron. I think that same person got a Zion Common, which isn't, again, that's another one. Zion's Common is like $38 right now.
Of course you did, Nathan. This guy, man.
He pulled an Anthony. Yeah, did you pull that Anthony Edwards? Did you get that Common?
That's a nice on Wiseman.
You know, Jay Rich got that same dunk. Jay Rich got Anthony Edwards and he got Wiseman. So I mean,
Gemma got Wiseman and Beal and what was the other one? I don't even remember now.
Sexton.
Yeah, and Colin Sexton. That was a solid pack.
Yeah, I mean, you get a Wiseman. Wiseman's at like, and that's the crazy thing, right? It's like Wiseman's common dunk is more than than a Giannis or a Zion right now, and that just speaks to the volatility right now within the market. And I think you just got to be very careful with, not overhyping yourself. Like, yeah, it's great to get a pack, but not like freaking out when you get a bad pack, right? Like that happens, right? Like these things happen. I mean, like, look at that Giannis right there, down on the bottom right, or to your bottom right, right? That Giannis, that's a good serial number. That thing should not be going for $59, in my opinion.
That's crazy. And you know what? It ain't going for 59. That's actually probably going for less. That's the crazy part.
Right. And that's the thing right now is that, the market is kind of all over the place when it comes to comments. I mean, it's a little bit better when you get to the series 1 and the rares and the legendaries. Like those have been pretty stable for the most part, but even there you're seeing dips. So it's really just about, finding a moment you like, finding a moment. Like we've talked about this, maybe the chat can have, we could put up a poll on, maybe on the Twitter poll, on the Twitter page, which one's a better Anthony dunk, which is the best Anthony Edwards dunk, right? Because there's I think 4?
This is the one Nathan got right here.
Right. So that's a good dunk. And that one's going for, what's it going for right now?
Well, I personally got this one a couple weeks ago. I bought it at 99 because of the serial number. I bought that one.
Yeah, I got into it and then got out of it really quick. But I mean, Edwards has this dunk, but we were talking about the other day, or maybe it was this afternoon. Which one do we think is going to hold more long-term value? Because both of them, the two Anthony, if you could,
this is my baby right here.
24,000 serial number. It's okay because you're still gonna get what, $80, $90 from that common, easy. I mean, you made 10 times on, but you have this moment right here that is his triple badge. So
that's my baby. First game ever.
Moment. So it's his first moment. So it's got 4 badges. It's gonna be one of those like super badge moments. Or you have the Anthony Edwards dunk on Yuta, which was kind of like his welcome to the NBA moment, right? Like everybody knows, like that, like to the casual fan, that's the Anthony dunk. That's the Anthony Edwards dunk, right? So you got this one, and so you got this one, or you got the welcome to the NBA moment. Both are super valuable. Both are super are going to be very high price. We're projecting. I mean, it's pretty easy to say at this point, Anthony Edwards is going to be the rookie of the year.
Yeah, this one dropped under 3,000. It's crazy.
Oh man, that thing is dropping.
If you guys haven't seen this, I mean, hopefully everybody saw it. If you watch any basketball, I mean, you literally murdered that man on the court. Like that's he don't even know what's going on afterwards, right? And so like when you're looking at that moment, and that's his welcome to the NBA moment, and that thing shook Twitter, and is that moment going to be the more valuable Anthony Edwards moment, or is his rookie moment going to be more valuable? Because once he becomes rookie of the year, because both of them are going to go up. How high do they both go up, and which one takes over? Because I think at this point, if I had that dunk, I'm paying $5,000 for that thing at least. I don't know why it's at 2,900. That thing should be close to 5,000. Yeah, let's take a look here too. I'm just curious. Yeah, look at that. Like that's so silly. I mean, how low can you get? Like for $3,000 you get number 334. Like that's.
And how many are made of? And there was only 2021 made of them. 1,000.
Yeah, about.
There's only 1,000 made.
You're right. I think it was out of 1,000.
What was it? 1040. 1040.
1040. Yeah.
All right. So 334. You're getting a top third for $3,000. That person's they're just trying to make a quick buck. That's just dumb. Because that like
160 down to 160 there. Like that's crazy.
And here's the other thing too. When you're looking at these, and now that Top Shot is kind of flipped the way you can purchase a moment when you're looking like that. One of the things that I look at when I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at, okay, what is something I want to flip? If you can go back to that real quick.
Oh yeah,
Ben, if you can go back to that card or that moment. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
One of the things that I'm looking at when I'm looking at the low ask is where's the wall, right? Where is the wall? Where's the next wall of resistance? When you look at these, You got $2,900 in your low ask, and it jumps all the way to 3,100. And then you go and you keep scrolling down, and there's no real like you get one moment, it's $50, $50, $25, $5, like $100. Like there's no real wall on some of these rarer moments. So when you're looking at that, like there's 279 available. Well, if somebody picked up 10 or 15 of those things, someone drops 20 grand on this, that moment, that low ask all of a sudden goes from 2,800 all the way up to 3,400. And you just made a quick $600 on someone else doing this. So when you're looking at the rare moments, there's a lot of gaps. When I bought that Anthony Davis, I bought it at 589, I think. The next low ask was 640. So instantly when I bought it, I moved the low ask by 10%. Now I ended up getting rid of it at 799, and it wasn't even the low ask. Right?
Yeah,
but you get like you gotta sometimes look at where the low asks are and where can I get if I'm trying to flip something. Like if you're flipping a $6 moment, you're not gonna see anything more than the 6s and the 7s. You're just gonna have to hope that someone buys your $7 one. Like that's just the game with that. But when you're looking at like trying to like flip the larger players, you want to try to target spaces where have low number of moments in circulation for trade. And you want to see where you can move if you buy the low ask, how can I move it 10%? Can I move up 10, 20% and because remember, Dapper's taking 5% regardless. So don't try to take,
this is silly.
Like this is silly. Less than $2,000 for LaMelo Ball. If that man was not
his
hurt,
debut, his first assist. It's a questionable assist, but it's his first ever assist in the NBA.
And click select and buy on that one for me. Right, so we're looking at 1959, but if you bought 1959, you could drop yours back in at $2,000, and all of a sudden there's only $40. $40 on $2,000 ain't anything. That's 5% is $100. So you got to start doing some of the math in your head and say, is it worth it for me to buy? You're looking at $2,350. That's a good price
for under 1,000 serial number. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then like go look. All right, so now we see 992, but find the next 900. All right, 2,500. All right, there's $100.
Yeah.
You just that's what we've been doing is trying to find where the inconsistencies are, where the inefficiencies are, where someone is just trying to instantly dump to make a quick buck, because that happens a lot. A lot of people just get tired. I know somebody right now who will remain anonymous, but many of us know him. He has a LeBron 3-point with a serial number of 851. So he's got the LeBron corner 3 against the Rockets with a serial number of 851. Now that moment, that low ask has went from 1,000 down to, I think the lowest I saw it this afternoon was $615 was where it's at currently right now. Now he bought it in a pack, so he doesn't have to worry about overhead, right? He only has to worry about the $9. But he's panicking because he put it up at $2,500 and now it's worth like $1,600. 615 is that low ask. So now he's concerned, and I think he might end up dumping it for like $1,000 because he's worried. He just wants to make sure he makes his money. So you got to sometimes like it's a great moment, and it's a limited edition, so it's only 7,500. So there's not a ton of them. But you start looking around.
15,000 of that one. Limited edition, 15,000.
15,000. Sorry, it's the dunk. That's the one that J Rich has that he's already he's so far. But like you start to look down some of these numbers. For $700, I could get 3,000. But then we haven't seen another 3,000 yet. Keep going. Keep going. All right. Now there's another one at 728. Right. So then you start looking, you keep going. Up there's 1376 at 750. There's your probably your money.
There's your wall.
Like there's your 750. There's your wall. Right. Mm-hmm. So LeBron's not going past 750 for a while unless people start to pull. There's another wall, 799, $800. There's another so you start to see these like walls being built where this is where I want to put my this is where I'm comfortable putting my moment at. So my strategy or my advice to you is if you're trying to think about, I got a number 15 or I got a number 170 on a card, Brandon Ben, what should I put mine at? Look where the walls are. And look where your number is in comparison to where everybody else's is. And then look at some of the walls to say, okay, if my moment hits this number, I'm okay with letting go of it. I'm okay with taking profit. You know, unfortunately, this is like a stock market. And one of the biggest things that most people don't do is they let something ride as high as they can. And instead of selling towards the top, they wait for it to go farther, farther down. And instead of taking, double your money or triple your money, you're cool with taking 12% off the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. It's
we
all
can't
about
predict
the
how it's
long.
going to be.
Yeah, it's all about the long term. It's all about the long term game. Like these type of plays, like when are you going to see LeBron do this again, right? And have that reaction from the bench and have it be a play that kind of is the final straw for James Harden, where he goes off at the press conference, boom, gets traded to the Nets. Maybe they see each other again, and Harden's like, "Hey, I see you now. We're in the finals. I got my new squad." Like that's the historic piece of this moment. It's fun. So look for those things. Or for me, like a big reason why I want to get this moment again, and I had 3 of these. We won't talk about that again, but a big reason I want to get back into this moment is I was sitting there with my 2 boys and we were watching it with my 2 kids. So it was cool. We ran around the house just like, just like his teammates right there. And that's cool. And I think that's a big part of NFT as well. So it's it's a blast.
I think that's what it is too, is, you got to look at the moments as the reason why they're moments is because it's a moment in history that you will eventually remember. That's what a moment is, right? I remember growing up. I remember Michael Jordan shooting over Elo. I remember, Patrick Ewing rolling to the hole in '94 in the Eastern Conference Final. I remember those like those are moments I remember. I remember Anthony Edwards this year dunking all over Utah. I remember LeBron in the corner shooting that 3. And there's going to be a moment in the finals that we're all going to remember. And we're all going to want those moments. So target those ones as your collectibles. Don't target the DeLon Wright assist. Like that's sorry, man, but that's just sorry, DeLon, but that's just a trash moment. Like it's just not something that I'm not going to be like, ooh, I remember when DeLon Wright made that no-look pass to Jeremy Grant. No, nobody's going to remember that. But people will remember, remember when Bron hit that 3, turned around and ran back? Like, that's going to be on every 2021 NBA season highlight reel. I can almost guarantee you that it'll be on almost every single highlight reel.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, that's I think that's about it. That's all we had on the docket for tonight. I don't see any more questions coming in. But man, I'm just happy to be back. In closing, I'm happy to have some internet so I can deliver a little bit more quality to the people out there. We appreciate anybody checking this out, whether you're live, whether you just stopped in for a minute, whether you're checking this out after we post it on YouTube. We just appreciate it. And we're going to be here. We're going to be at least weekly. I think we'll probably have more than weekly going forward. There might be quick ones. It might be 10 minutes sometimes, but we'll pop up whenever. So just be sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Turn the little alerts on just so you know. That'll help out. And then also check us out on Twitter. We'll try to keep information going. We'll try to let you know when pack drops are on. We're available too. The DMs are open if you got questions. Again, we're not experts. We're just figuring this out like you are. So at the end of the day, you got to make your own decisions. It's your money. It's your moments. It's, that's all I can say about that. But we appreciate it. We're having a blast. Brandon, anything you want to take us out with?
Just have fun. Just have fun with this. Like enjoy collecting moments like you used to enjoy collecting cards. Like that's essentially what we're transitioning to. I mean, and there's a huge future and a huge market. I know the NFL is talking about it. I'm sure the baseball is going to get in on it. NHL, like the major sports are getting on board with this. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
That's it, man. Appreciate you guys. Be sure to check us out on Twitter. That's all we got. NFT Block Gang is out.
Later.